Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more Universe Mode on the JPG channel. And we are here, joined by the role model herself, Bayley, getting ready to head into action against a woman that she, knows very well from their time down in NXT and just the amount of years that they've spent as role models, if you will, of the newer generation on the main roster, but also a woman that has been a thorn in her side as of late in Charlotte Flair. Flair, of course, attacking Bayley and Becky Lynch 2 weeks ago after Bayley lost that open challenge that Becky Lynch threw out for the WWE Women's Championship. Charlotte Flair would definitely let her self be known there by attacking Bayley and Becky Lynch, but Bayley would return the favor in last week's main event when Charlotte Flair was getting ready to take on Becky Lynch. Bayley would intervene the midway through that match and lay Charlotte Flair out, giving Charlotte Flair the disqualification victory over Becky Lynch. So I'm sure Becky doesn't appreciate that either. Becky doesn't need anybody fighting fighting her battles for her, is what I'm trying to get at here. And something tells me that what Bayley did last week by pretty much costing Becky Lynch a victory in the effect of her attacking Charlotte Flair is certainly some combustible elements throughout this entire thing, folks. And you add in the boss, Sasha Banks herself, who appeared at the end of last week's show, getting in the face of Becky Lynch, putting her in the crossface, the Banks statement, if you will, and basically letting her intentions be very clear. She is the Royal Rumble winner. She wants to face Becky Lynch at WrestleMania, but she doesn't seem like to be the only one. It seems like we're heading for a fatal horsewomen four-way at WrestleMania for Becky Lynch's title. If you ask me, Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Sasha Banks, and Becky Lynch, the four pillars, if you will, of the old NXT, the old guard of the original NXT, doing battle finally on the grandest stage of them all. This seems more than likely where we are headed, folks, with all four of these women that have issues with one another stemming from literally almost a decade ago. Let's look at this. Charlotte Flair goes right into it with Bayley with a huge backstabber into a STO. Flair, you talk about Becky Lynch not appreciating Bayley getting into her business. Charlotte Flair never likes anybody in her business, so how do you think she feels? The Queen certainly feels slighted. She had the opportunity to knock off the women's champion last week in non-title action, which obviously would have saw her being granted a championship opportunity in the near future if she did just that. Oh, here comes Bayley, though, back into this one with a knee strike right to the face. Oh, throwing her entire body weight at Flair is Bayley. Just 2 short weeks away till WrestleMania, folks. Of course, the debut of WWE 2K25. The very first episode of 2K25 will indeed be those WrestleMania shows. We are starting off with a bang. Had to end 2K24 on a good note, and it seems, just like we did last year, the best way to do it is to just start fresh by ending one chapter and beginning another. Of course, after WrestleMania would be, well, the Raw after WrestleMania, the SmackDown after WrestleMania, 2 of the most unpredictable nights of the year throughout the JPG channel. And, of course, Backlash would be following that in a number of weeks to come after as well. Backlash live from France, of course, this year. So many exciting things still to come with the new game, with the new season in effect. Beautiful arm drag from Bayley, but the question is, who is going to be our champions heading into the new season with 2K25 on the horizon? who is walking out of WrestleMania immortal. There are so many big matches on that two-night card that honestly it'd be hard to pick a favorite of mine if I'm going to be honest. Is now Bayley and Charlotte Flair dragging Bayley over into the corner, kick right to the leg. And now here comes Charlotte Flair. Double elbow strikes right to the face of Bayley. And now, wait a minute, Bayley telegraphed it, but oh, Charlotte Flair telegraphed Bayley's own telegraph. She knew that Bayley was going to get out of harm's way. Therefore, Charlotte, the sure-footed individual that she is, was able to correct herself almost in midair. And now Flair's looking to put Bayley to bed early, looking for the figure four leg lock, and perhaps transitioning into the figure eight. And it is cinched in tight. Middle of the ring. Bayley might have no other choice here but to submit. Submitting 2 weeks before WrestleMania, 2 weeks before potentially a huge fatal four-way match that I can see coming from a mile away. You just think about the number of weeks that these two women have been at each other's throats. And it really can't go any other way but that, as now here comes Bayley getting back into this one, dropping Charlotte Flair once again. And now look at this, the role model in control here sends Flair into the turnbuckle with a suplex. That was hard to watch. And now Bayley now, look out from the stars, it seems, with a huge elbow drop, connects to the heart of the queen, but Flair gets the shoulder out. Shoulder out at 2.5. These two women have already hit each other with their biggest moves yet. And now, wait a minute, Bayley with a bit of a variation of a figure four leg lock, an Indian death lock from Bayley. How's a little bit of fair's play for Charlotte? But if anybody knows how to get out of a submission attempt like that, it would certainly be the queen. As she chops Bayley right in the face. And now these two going back and forth, the animosity, you could quite literally sense it between these two women. As I said, a number of weeks ago, they've been involving each other in their matches. Bayley wants to just take the head right off the queen. As now look at this, Flair is looking to go out to the outside of the ring, maybe to recollect herself real quick, but Bayley has other intentions in mind. And now wait a minute, look at this, Lou does press, but then she just drags Charlotte Flair's wig across the mat there. Oh, and a big German suplex, but the damage certainly has been done to the former Grand Slam champion and Bayley. And now Charlotte Flair back in control here, drags Bayley into the turnbuckle once again. And now a kick right to the leg of Bayley. Softening up that leg for a second attempt at the figure eight leg lock when she can get it, but Bayley is going to try and keep Flair at bay. No pun intended that time. As now Bayley sends Flair outside the ring. Bayley's starting to come back alive here in this match. This crowd is certainly egging her on. And now here comes the role model. Look out, big suicide dive. No, she decides against it. And now wait a minute. Maybe Bayley's kind of psyching herself out a little bit there. I don't know, but she decides to go for something else instead. As now Bayley slamming Flair's face right into our announce table here. Is now Bayley lighting up the chest of Flair once again. Remember, Bayley has put away Charlotte Flair in the past. As a matter of fact, she did it to win her first ever SmackDown Women's Championship. Can she do it here tonight? A big knee strike to the face of the Queen. Connects. And no, only a count of two again. Somehow Flair's hanging in there with the role model. And Charlotte Flair would be the one that's least recovered in this match, considering she competed last week against Becky Lynch. Huge spear by the Queen. Could turn this thing around once again now with a spear to Bayley. Could this be enough? Count of 1, 2. Bayley just getting that shoulder out. These two women going back and forth here tonight, to the crowd's appreciation, of course. But Bayley, oh, just dragged that shoulder right into the mat. And now Bayley sees an opening. That shoulder might have gotten popped out of place here. Bayley's got a variation of the beast bite locked in. Rings of Saturn, whatever you want to call it. And now, wait, no, Bayley might have just gotten caught with natural selection. Natural selection hits on Flair. Is going to put Bayley away. Count of 2. No, Bayley gets the shoulder out now. Back and forth we go. We are certainly not worthy of the performance these two ladies are putting on. Bayley, more than anybody, she has survived everything that Flair has thrown at her, and it has to be absolutely frustrating for Charlotte. Got caught. Got caught. Bayley to belly connects, and still it's not enough. Flair, though. Flair was trying to escape. Bayley ain't gonna allow it. Look out. Bayley's about to put Flair away with the Rose Plant. The Rose Plant connects. Flair's foot is under the bottom rope. Bayley, though, gets the victory. Our referee, Rod Zapata, did not see Charlotte's foot on the bottom rope. That is not gonna fare well with the Queen. That is not going to fare well with the Queen Charlotte Flair whatsoever, folks. Bayley, though, nonetheless, for the second time in her career, defeating Charlotte Flair to open our show. Well, a hard-fought victory for Bayley, but what the hell is this all about? Charlotte Flair just elbowed Bayley. The match is over. What the hell? Charlotte Flair's got a steel chair. Flair, wait a minute, Becky Lynch out of nowhere. Just shoulder tackled Flair. Lynch now has Flair up. Manhandle slam on the steel chair. My God. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back from a slight break. Lynch was laid out by Sasha Banks, and Banks now taking the fight to Flair. Sasha Banks took out Charlotte Flair. Now she's focusing in on Bayley. And look at this, a Banks statement on her former best friend, Bayley. The Banks statement is cinched in, and she's wrenching tight on the neck of the role model. On the outside of the ring, Bayley submits on the outside, and if she does that at WrestleMania, well, then you are looking at the brand new WWE Women's Champion. Well, folks, I certainly said that, you know, all four of those women were trying to make a name for themselves coming into WrestleMania, trying to make a case, more so a case for themselves coming into WrestleMania. Of course, they've already made names for themselves. All four women, as I said, pillars of the women's revolution. And it seems as if so there is only one way to solve the problems that all four of those women have with one another, and that's by duking it out for the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania. So, Pierce, let me know when... General Manager Adam Pearce, let me know when you're ready to put pen to paper for that one, because there's no way in hell those ladies are going to have it any other way, especially given the last few weeks of the amount of shenanigans, the amount of just absolute tomfoolery. I'm gonna stop using those type of words, but there's been a lot of just miscommunications and misunderstandings between all four of those ladies. All four of those women, Banks, Lynch, Flair, and Bayley. And clearly tensions are at an all-time high, as are tempers. But nonetheless, we move on to more women's action because we got a huge match coming up. The young prodigy Roxanne Perez is in the building, accompanied by her tag team partner of Team 2001, Cora Jade. They will officially take on Iyo Sky and Asuka when we get to Philadelphia. What a match that's going to be. But a number of weeks ago, Asuka and Iyo Sky plotted to beat down Cora Jade after a singles match against Asuka. Roxy would make the save almost to reunite herself with Cora Jade after, they definitely, I wouldn't say they had a falling out, but they definitely butt heads a few times last season, basically over the same goal, trying to become women's champion, but it never was to be. But now it seems like Cora Jade and Roxy are finally back on the same page, and that could be trouble for Asuka and Iyo Sky come WrestleMania. And here we go, Iyo Sky and Roxanne Perez getting ready to do battle here. And Roxanne Perez is all over the wily veteran Iyo Sky. Big face buster there on Sky, but Sky now kicking out at 1.5. Now the young prodigy Roxanne Perez, just simply 23 years of age, already has accomplished so much throughout her career. Started things off as a young 16-year-old. And now look at her now, almost a decade later, and she's in the ring with Iyo Sky, a woman that has trained millions of competitors all around the world, a woman that was feared for her run in Japan, a woman that was feared all around the world. I mean, people would come to Iyo Sky and just be intimidated by just her aura alone. Just her near presence was enough to shake the ever foundation of anybody that came in contact with her. But I guess Cora Jade was not one of those people, because Cora Jade just got in the face of Iyo Sky, allowing a potential distraction. And now Asuka, you can see Asuka and Cora Jade certainly letting themselves be known in this match. As now Roxanne Perez has certainly looked really good in there with Iyo Sky, but Sky now, look out, here comes Sky, bouncing off the ropes. Takes her over with a double foot stomp to the chest. Iyo Sky now. Big Hurricane Rana to Roxy now from Iyo. And now here comes the genius of the Sky, getting ready to perhaps do what she does best, and that's take it to the Sky. Look out! Sends Roxanne Perez crashing, and now look out, clear for takeoff. Oh, what a suicide dive by Iyo. And now, oh, what a kick, but Roxanne Perez ate that one for dinner. Now the fight is on the outside. As I said, there's a bit of animosity between these four as well, because Sky and Asuka planned to attack Cora Jade, and she was already blinded from the mist that Asuka spit in her face in that match. So certainly a vision impaired Cora Jade was not going to fare too well against the women's tag team champions as a whole. And now look at this double down in the middle of the ring. Iyo Sky and Roxanne Perez wiping each other out. Cora Jade getting a little chippy here. And she's getting chippy with the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka. Asuka and Cora Jade now. And the referee John Cone just threw them both out. Asuka and Cora Jade sent to the showers early, sent to the back. And both Roxanne Perez and Iyo Sky understandably a little frustrated with that call. But it is referee's discretion here, as now here comes Iyo Sky and Roxanne Perez going back and forth here. Roxy went for an impaler DDT. Sky had it scouted now. Now Roxanne sent her off the ropes. Luthez Perez connects. Huge strikes to the face of Iyo. But wait a minute, Iyo now. Iyo now with the roll-up. One. Only a one count. Only a one count. Back to square one. A huge running clothesline from Roxanne Perez. Damage could be done to Iyo Sky. Perez could be gearing up to win her biggest match yet in her career. I mean, Iyo Sky is a former women's champion in this company. That is a huge feather in Roxanne Perez's cap if she gets the job done here tonight against Iyo. And now Iyo Sky just playing a little bit of mind games with Roxy, but she beats her at her own game. Perez, while she may be young at heart and young in age for at least the amount of experience that she has, she is not a simple-minded individual. She's not one of these kids that you can manipulate into making mistakes throughout their matches. She has the mentality of a seasoned veteran like Iyo Sky, if you ask me, and that's why this is such a perfect pairing here on Monday Night Raw. Iyo Sky did not get all of that, but got enough of it. And I don't know which lady actually ended up on the worser end at that time. But nonetheless, Iyo Sky was able to kind of rehab that almost missed near fortune. But now, wait a minute, Perez out of nowhere with the pop rocks. Pop rocks to Sky. Goes for the cover. Iyo gets a kick out, though. Roxanne Perez could see that win coming. Iyo Sky just got the shoulder out. Fight forever chance in the crowd. I would love for these women to do nothing more than that. And now Roxanne Perez could be getting a little frustrated here. She's going to want to, keep a calm mindset. You can't make mistakes in that ring with a woman like Iyo Sky. She will capitalize on him. A huge crossbody, though, beautifully executed by the Prodigy, as now Sky slowly gets back up to her feet. But something tells me Roxanne's looking to outdo her from earlier when Sky took to the sky, so to speak. But wait a minute. Oh, no. Instead, she settles for a sit-out DDT on the outside and then takes a bow after that as well. Wow, Iyo Sky's out here. Roxanne Perez, as I said, could be picking up the biggest win of her career in just seconds. She just needs to get Sky back in the ring. She's playing with her food, so to speak. And now Sky, like I said, don't give her an opening like Roxy just did. And now, Perez able to get out of harm's way that time. Sky crashed and burned, but now look at this. Oh, what a kick right to the face. A kick right to the face, and now Iyo Sky, look at the strength. Deadlifting Roxy over her head. And I don't think Sky's done there just yet. Look out. A literal deadlift that time for German suplex. Peeled Roxanne Perez off the mat. What a match we have seen between just women in general throughout tonight's show, folks. And we still got John Cena on the card. We're live in London. Excuse me, we're live in Scotland here. A little bit of overseas time heading into WrestleMania. As this crowd in Glasgow is, of course, on their feet for these two women putting on one hell of a show. And now wait a minute, Iyo Sky taking Roxanne Perez to the moon. And this might be it right here. Iyo Sky now from halfway across the ring with a big splash. Big splash connects 1, 2. Oh, no. Thought that was going to be it. Roxanne Perez is certainly in a prone position here. Iyo Sky goes for the double knees. Roxanne had it telegraphed, though, and now goes for the sweep of the leg. Now it's, now it's Iyo Sky having that one telegraphed. And now kicks right to the face of Roxanne Perez. Went for a clothesline, got caught in a crossface. Iyo Sky catching Roxanne Perez in a crossface. Roxanne Perez could be in trouble here, but no. Floats over. Kick right to the ribs. And now Roxanne Perez sending Sky back off the ropes. Went for a huge kick, but got missed. And now, wait a minute, got caught once again by Iyo. And now Perez could be in trouble here. Iyo Sky again sending Roxanne Perez into the corner. Oh, a huge kick right to the ribs. Oh, and the double knees right to the face of Perez. She might be out. She might be out here. Iyo Sky looking to hit the over the moonsault, connects to Roxanne Perez. 1, 2. No, Roxanne Perez just getting the shoulder out. Iyo Sky cannot believe it. Iyo Sky cannot believe it. She's telling that referee that was a damn 3 count. That was a 3 count that she heard in her mind, but Roxanne Perez has other ideas in mind. A big German suplex to Iyo Sky. A big German suplex connects, and now a kick right to the face. And now all of a sudden the Prodigy is firing back up in this one. Here comes Roxanne Perez. Look out. Clear for takeoff is Roxy now with a suicide dive. What a year Roxanne Perez has had. Like I said, the only thing she's been missing out of this year is a championship around her waist, and that might come at WrestleMania. All the trials, the tribulations, the sweat and tears that she's had over this last year in Universe Mode could be all worth it in the end if she gets her hand raised with her best friend at the grandest stage of them all. And defeats 2 veterans of this business in Iyo Sky and Asuka too. That's just a plus. Might defeat one of those veterans right now in Iyo Sky. Goes for the cover, Sky. Just getting that shoulder out. Roxanne Perez could be moments away. And now, wait a minute, no, Iyo Sky now grabs a hold of the shoulders of Roxanne Perez. 1, 2. No, Roxanne just got out. And there's the stare down of the century right there. 2 different generations staring each other down. Iyo Sky now driving some elbows right to the midsection of Roxanne Perez. And look at those kicks, those pinpoint accuracy kicks. Iyo Sky with a huge European uppercut. A European-sized uppercut while we're in Scotland, nonetheless. And now look at Iyo Sky. She's not done just yet. Oh, she just drove the knees right back into the face of Roxy. Oh, no. Wait a minute. You kicked out of 1. I don't think you're kicking out of 2. Iyo Sky with a second over the moonsault. A second over the moonsault connects, and that's going to put the young prodigy away. But what a showing by Roxanne Perez. My goodness gracious, what a match that we just witnessed between these two. And what a night we've already seen. The women have been putting on here in Glasgow. Still a lot more action to come, folks. We have a tag team championship match. The Lucha Bros taking on DIY in a rematch from the Elimination Chamber. John Cena's in the building. He's taking on Finn Balor. A lot more action to come, folks. Don't go anywhere. As I said, what a showing, what a match for Roxanne Perez right there against Iyo Sky. Credit to Roxy for sure. She is one to watch in the future, I guarantee that. And speaking of the future, that's not something these two guys are looking forward to. They don't want to be left in the past. That's DIY's problem. Gargano and Ciampa have had some very mean mugs on their face as of late due to the fact that they feel like they've been lost in the shuffle when it comes to all these new teams arriving on the scene, like the Lucha Bros, like the Motor City Machine Guns. Of course, the Guns, 2 guys that Gargano is more than familiar with. As a matter of fact, he was Alex Shelley's protege back in the day. He even blessed Gargano with allowing him to use a move that he created. And guess what that move is? The Gargano Escape. The Gargano Escape wasn't technically even originally used by Johnny Gargano. Go figure that one. But either way, in any event, DIY pretty much got to politic their way into a rematch for the World Tag Team Championships here tonight. The Lucha Bros, especially after getting attacked by DIY last week, after they were coming down to the ring to kind of congratulate the LWO, Mysterio and Dragon Lee, on a huge victory over obviously a team that the Lucha Bros know all too well in the Motor City Machine Guns. And potentially, maybe even they were looking at their next challengers for the World Tag Team Championships in Mysterio and Dragon Lee, but that was not to be, because DIY wanted to make sure that they jumped the line. They wanted to make sure that nobody else got that tag team opportunity before they got their rematch. And here it comes here tonight, folks. The Lucha Bros, DIY, the tag team championships are back on the line. Feels like we're back in Australia, but we're a long ways away from Australia. We are in Scotland. Scotland is preparing for a huge tag team match, and they're also preparing to see the GOAT himself, John Cena, live and in living color, taking on Finn Balor in our main event. What a night it is to be a Scottish wrestling fan, if you ask me. Gargano and Ciampa and the Lucha Bros. The World Tag Team Championships on the line. Rematch from the Elimination Chamber. It really does not get any bigger than this, folks. Especially not for a Monday Night Raw 2 weeks away from WrestleMania. I mean, this is potentially a WrestleMania-altering match, if you ask me. Here we go. Phoenix starting this thing off with Tommaso Ciampa. Correct me if I'm wrong, but those are the two that started the match at the Elimination Chamber as well, as Ciampa gets the better of Phoenix this time around. A huge strike right to the face of Phoenix, and now automatically gets the tag to Gargano. Here comes Johnny Wrestling, taking out Phoenix here. Goes for the cover, but Rey Fenix kicks out at 1. DIY, this is a little bit about the same thing that happened in the first match at the Chamber in Australia. DIY was able to kind of, obviously, I mean, I wouldn't say they have more experience than the Lucha. Oh my God, what a kick. I wouldn't say they have more experience than the Lucha Bros. Maybe they have equal experience, but the one thing that Gargano and Ciampa will have over the Lucha Bros is, you know, being able to take advantage of opportunities that they are given. The Lucha Bros, you know, they're fan favorites. They like to please the crowd, but they also, you know, they also don't fare too well with bending the rules. Meanwhile, DIY, they could really give a damn. As now, wait a minute, we're gonna see it pretty early here. More bang from the Lucha Bros. Of course, that is an homage to what they consider their greatest rivals in professional wrestling in general, in the Young Bucks, of course. Is now Gargano. Big snap mirror takes over Penta with a huge kick right to the face. And now Penta out of harm's way, went for a drop kick, or excuse me, a super kick, got averted. And now Gargano, look at this, turning Penta inside out that time. And now Gargano taking out Phoenix though. Penta trying to save his brother. Oh my God, just got spiked on his head, did Rey Fenix. And now Penta saw that, he got incensed, but you do not want to let your emotions get the better of you when you're in the ring with tag team veterans like DIY. Gargano knew exactly what he was doing by spiking Rey Fenix on his head with that one final beat to the outside. And now, oh, face first into the turnbuckle goes Penta. And now Gargano, all of a sudden, right back in control, and right back in the corner of DIY is Penta. And now, oh no, wait a minute. Ciampa has Penta on his shoulders. Oh my God. That's taking a page out of the Lucha Bros playbook. That's usually a move that Penta and Phoenix might pull off every now and then. But wait a minute, Ciampa got a little too greedy. And he thought Penta, or excuse me, he thought Penta was out, and he thought Rey Fenix was still out, but Phoenix is back up on his feet. His head might be a little worse for wear right now, but he's still in the fight here. Here comes Phoenix. Oh my goodness gracious, what a pop-up Hurricane Rana that was. And now Phoenix going off the ropes. Tommaso Ciampa now. Oh, what a strike right to the face. Oh, and what a huge kick. A kick rocking the foundation of the bald-headed skull of Ciampa. And now Phoenix saw Iyo's match and said, I'll raise you. A huge deadlift German suplex. Rey Fenix does not look anything remotely like a man that just got dropped on his head on the apron. But here comes Phoenix nonetheless. Fired up is one half of the tag team champions, Rey Fenix. Oh, a huge springboard moonsault to Ciampa. And now look at this, only goes for a cover there, but Ciampa only allowing a 1 count that time. And now Rey Fenix here, gonna take Ciampa out to the floor, and this is where Phoenix thrives the most. And now Ciampa, slow to get back up to his feet, but he might not want to because here comes Phoenix, my God! That is absolutely just blink and you'll miss it speed. He spun like a literal tornado, like a human tornado. No pun intended. Shout out to the GOAT, the human tornado, of course. Oh, no, wait a minute, Gargano got the caught Phoenix off guard again, my God. But wait a minute, Phoenix has seen, oh, I'm not Phoenix. Penta has seen enough. Penta has seen enough now. As now Phoenix and Penta attacking Gargano on the outside. And now Rey Fenix taking out Ciampa. Like I said, there was an assault last week on the Lucha Bros, and I don't think Phoenix and Penta appreciated that very much. As now Gargano is in a bad, bad way because here comes Rey Fenix. Look out. Big Hurricane Rana takes out Gargano. And now Fenix was looking to take to the skies once again. But Gargano might have caught him off guard that time. And now Gargano goes off the ropes, but Fenix telling Gargano he can't play at his own game. And now, oh, what a huge elbow strike right to the face and a kick as well. And now Fenix lighting him up in the corner with an exploder. And a double foot stomp for good measure. Here comes Rey Fenix. Soccer ball kick connects. Gargano's out. Goes for the cover. Only gets a 1 count. And now, wait a minute. A pinpoint accuracy drop kick averted. And now Gargano setting Fenix to the outside here. And now, wait a minute, I think he was going to go once again for a third, one final beat. Luckily, Fenix was able to get the reversal. And now look at this, a Mexican Destroyer. A Mexican Destroyer from Fenix. But now Ciampa's looking for the tag. Fenix realizes what happened there. Ciampa now, look out. Oh my goodness, he had that telegraphed. Fenix threw caution to the wind and paid big time. One thing that DIY have been able to do since the last match is study tape on these guys. And I'm sure they were doing that beforehand, but they've also had in-hand, in-ring experience with the Lucha Bros now. So they kind of have a bit of a better idea as to what to expect. But when you're talking about Rey Fenix, you don't know what to expect. A huge Hurricane Rana connects. And now count of 6 as again Fenix takes Gargano out. And another Hurricane Rana from Fenix. Fenix now back into the ring. Look out, Gargano. My God. And wait a minute, Penta wants in on the fun now. And now wait a minute, Penta. Oh, he went. Oh, I think he might have hurt himself that time, though. He went off the ropes. But now Ciampa got caught. Ciampa got caught. Fenix now from halfway across the ring with a cutter. A cutter to Ciampa, a man that has a history of neck issues. Oh, I thought that was going to be it. The neck issues with Ciampa, I thought that was going to be it. But Penta somehow back up on his feet. Here comes Ciampa with a neck breaker to Penta. And now driving the boots right to the chest of Penta here. Oh, Penta, though, with a strike, went for a super kick. Ciampa was able to kind of just absorb the hit in a way. Now back and forth these two go again. Oh, and now Ciampa drives Penta back on his neck with a German suplex. Penta, though, with the shoulder out. And now Tommaso Ciampa, back and forth, this is gone. DIY, like I said, they have done their homework this time around. The Lucha Bros were able to kind of outwit DIY last time with their high-flying offense and unpredictability in that ring, but now it's DIY that are ultimately in their bag here tonight. As now Penta gets back in the ring here. Big super kick lands flush on the jaw of Johnny Gargano. And now Penta gets a soccer ball kick this time around. And now all of a sudden Penta has Gargano perhaps right where he wants him. A kick right to the leg. This might be the second destroyer that Gargano suffers in this match. This time at the hands of Penta. Drives Gargano on his skull with the destroyer. Ciampa makes the save. And Fenix now again taking Ciampa over once more. And now Rey Fenix. Look out here. Springboard stunner connects to Gargano. Ciampa's out. Gargano just got stunnered. And now double foot stomp connects by Penta. Goes for the cover. DIY is going to lose a second straight match against these guys, but no. Gargano just got the shoulder out. Tag team wrestling chants in the crowd, as they always are when it comes to the Lucha Brothers. And now, wait a minute. Penta and Rey Fenix signaling for the end here. Penta's going to raise Gargano up. What a kick into a brain buster. Gargano's out. Gargano's out. Fenix can feel this match coming to an end. A huge frog splash from Fenix. The brainbuster wasn't enough. The frog splash certainly will be. Gargano just convulses that arm off the mat there. As now Phoenix can't even believe that Gargano's still in the fight. A huge strike right to the face averted by Gargano now. And now Johnny Gargano taking Phoenix into the corner. And now wait a minute. Out of the corner goes Phoenix. Gargano plants a kick right to the back of the head. And now Phoenix stunned on the ropes here as Gargano once again gets Ciampa back into this thing. Ciampa now has Phoenix ripe for the picking. As here comes Tommaso Ciampa looking to smack the taste right out of the mouth of Phoenix. But Phoenix with a reversal. Tilt-a-whirl head scissors from Phoenix. And now big super kick lands flush. Ciampa's out. Ciampa's out. Phoenix thinking about next steps here. He's calling Ciampa up to his feet. He's calling Ciampa up to his feet. A super kick lands once again. A super kick lands once again to Tommaso Ciampa. And now wait a minute. Again, Phoenix goes off the ropes with a Hurricane Rana. What can this man do? That is the question. I think you'd be more hard-pressed finding out stuff that he's actually not capable of than stuff that he actually can do. Is now Ciampa with a kick right to the face of Phoenix. And now Ciampa sending Phoenix into the corner now. There's now DIY here. Oh no, what the hell is this? Ciampa has Phoenix on his shoulders. Gargano goes sky high with a bulldog. Shout out to the Steiner brothers. And now Gargano sending Phoenix into the corner here. Oh no, this could be all but over for Rey Fenix. Lawn darts him right into that second turnbuckle. And now Phoenix is out. Phoenix is out. Count of one. Oh, there goes Penta though. Penta makes the save now. Off the ropes goes Penta. Gargano has something for him. Goes for a belly to belly, but Penta reverses it. And now wait a minute, sling blade from Penta. Rolls through into a kick right to the face. Sends Ciampa for a ride. Penta now. Oh no, wait a minute. This is the Lucha Bros at their best here. No, Penta missed, but Phoenix didn't. And now Phoenix calling Gargano up to his feet. Ciampa just hit a huge move, a white noise on the outside. Phoenix with the Phantom Driver on the outside to Gargano. And now wait a minute. Phoenix has unfinished business with Ciampa here. And now sends Ciampa face first into the barricade. Now Rey Fenix trying to get Gargano back into the ring. Get a pinfall here. Get the victory. Look at this. Frog splash connects. Frog splash to the back. Springboard frog splash going to be enough. Count of 1, 2. Gargano just pops the shoulder once more. You've got to be kidding me. What a match. I don't know what else to say but that. As now Phoenix gets caught by a single leg drop kick from Gargano. And now Phoenix, though, with a clever reversal, just spiked him right in the face with that kick. Phoenix has to be thinking about what the hell is it going to take to finally put Gargano away. Maybe that's the kill. Maybe that's the kill right there, the Rolling Thunder Stunner from Phoenix, but I don't think he's done there just yet. He wants to put this thing to bed for good here. Phoenix has Gargano on his shoulders, going for that muscle buster. And that is the precursor for Penta to hit his double foot stomp. And now Phoenix saw Ciampa coming in with a super kick. And indeed, Penta gets the pin for his team. Phoenix was able to hold off Ciampa. The Lucha Bros retain. DIY fall a second straight time to the World Tag Team Champions, but boy, did they bring their A game this time around. What a match we just witnessed. Another banger tacked onto the charts for the Lucha Bros. Well, the Lucha Bros do not have much time to celebrate because look towards the crowd. Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee of the LWO and the Motor City Machine Gun, Shelly and Sabin staring the champs down are these the Lucha Bros' next challengers heading into WrestleMania. Folks, I am told there was some commotion backstage, and oh my, that's Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is a bloody pulp in a CM Punk shirt. What the hell happened to Kevin Owens? Oh my God, that's what happened to Kevin Owens. It's CM Punk. CM Punk is back. We didn't think we'd see CM Punk ever again after the package pile driver. I told Kevin Owens to be careful. I told him what goes around comes around. Oh my goodness, Punk with a shot right to the face. The bloodied open gap of Kevin Owens. Punk is a madman. He's incensed. And how can you blame him after getting driven on your skull by a package pile driver? Look out! A huge strike right to the face. Yeah. Now wait a minute. Punk locking in the Anaconda Vice. The trash can, the stop sign, whatever else Punk used while we were potentially distracted from even the fact that this was going on backstage. Punk, that's not enough. The Anaconda Vice was cinched in. He was choking out Kevin Owens. And oh no, he's got him up. He's got him up for a GTS. Where the hell's the security? And I hope Punk's done after that, after the GTS. I mean, what else can you do to the, I would say poor man, but like I said, Kevin Owens has had this coming for a while now. As Punk now driving him into that car. Oh, no, he's not done yet. Punk's not done yet. What the hell? He's got Owens in a powerbomb of all things. How ironic. Oh, my God. Kevin Owens just got powerbomb on the hood of that car. Owens just got powerbomb on the hood of that car, almost as if to say, I'll see you in Philly. As we said, folks, heating up in the tag team division, all of the tag teams involved in the World Tag Team Championship scene right now, certainly looking to turn up the pace as we are almost just a week away from WrestleMania. Both the LWO and the Motor City Machine Guns, of course, have had a lot of interest in the results of that match we just witnessed between the Lucha Brothers and DIY. The Guns, LWO, probably looking to put their names on the list for next contenders. As we are joined by Finn Balor, it is officially time for our main event. The Prince Finn Balor in the building here. He has a huge opportunity to take on the GOAT John Cena himself. He could put away John Cena and really crush his WrestleMania momentum, so to speak. John Cena has won 2 matches back-to-back weeks against Trick Williams and Braun Breaker. Finn Balor is his 3rd opponent. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to announce that next week, both John Cena and Cody Rhodes will be in action. John Cena's final match on the road to WrestleMania will be against a man that he has a ton of history with, perhaps oftenly regarded as one of his greatest rivals, the Second City Saint himself, CM Punk. Cena, Punk, next week, Monday Night Raw, and Cody Rhodes will be taking on, who Punk will be taking on at WrestleMania, Kevin Owens. CM Punk, and of course Kevin Owens getting involved in a major fight, major brawl in the parking lot tonight. Punk, of course, unhappy with the fact that Kevin Owens dropped him on his skull with a package pile driver a number of weeks ago. Punk instilled a little bit of revenge here tonight, but he also doesn't feel like he's had enough, and he wants to take the fight to the Philly streets. It is a Philly street fight at WrestleMania between CM Punk and Kevin Owens. Of course, John Cena taking on Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. Cena, after his 17th World Championship, he is out to crush records, out to make new records, and out to become the greatest world champion of our time, if he gets the job done in Philadelphia. Here we go, folks. Balor, Cena getting ready to come about. Balor, of course, is obviously going to not be much of a favorite in this one with Cena in the ring. But we'll see how Balor fares as Cena immediately goes for the collar and elbow tie up into a shoulder block. And now Cena went for a clothesline, but Balor had that telegraphed. Remember, Cena certainly does not move at the pace that he used to. And Balor knows that. He's actually going to try and take full advantage of it, as a matter of fact, as he sends Cena into the turnbuckle, a huge elbow strike right to the heart of Cena. And you want to talk about heart, this is a man that's full of it in John Cena. But over the last few weeks, I don't know, he's looked a little bit of not out of his place, but certainly like his opponent is at the same level as him. Like he's not overpowering Cody Rhodes. He's not outshining Cody Rhodes. As a matter of fact, on a number of occasions, Cody Rhodes has been the one to outshine Cena. He laid him out last week with a crossroads. Cena, of course, the week prior to that, laying Rhodes out with an attitude adjustment. Both men giving each other a little bit of a preview as to what's to come in Philly. As now Finn Balor goes off the ropes here. Big John Woo drop kick into the corner. And now Cena gets the shoulder out. Balor's trying to remain the aggressor here. Balor's got his own issues at hand, of course, with AJ Styles. That is another match that I'm happy to announce will happen at WrestleMania, an interpromotional match. Both general managers, Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce, have come together to, in an attempt to settle the long-standing issues between Finn Balor and AJ Styles. You're talking about two men that once led the same faction at different times throughout their career. Never got to cross paths, always two ships passing by in the night. They will meet on the grandest stage of them all. Balor Styles is official for Philly. And another match will be official, folks. We pretty much predicted it to start our show. The 4 horsewomen fatal 4-way match. Perhaps the greatest women's match that there might ever be at WrestleMania. Bayley, Sasha Banks, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch. 4 women that went to war with one another in Chicago. Oh, look at this. Balor with a spear just sideswiped Cena. Sorry, I was in promoter mode trying to get the WrestleMania card out, but Balor just caught me off guard with that spear, and he caught Cena off guard as well. Huge kick right to the face. But nonetheless, yes, Becky Lynch has to face 3 competitors at WrestleMania and 3 of the actual best in the world right now, if I do say so myself. Long night for the man when we get to Philadelphia. And now, wait a minute, Finn Balor with a big knee strike. Chokes Cena out. You can hear the little Finn chants in the crowd. I mean, we are in Scotland. We're not, that far away from Ireland. Of course, the Ireland native himself, Finn Balor, looking to take to the skies of Scotland with a tope con hilo, wiping out Cena. This is about as bad as Cena has looked in all 3 of his matches. I mean, he looked like he was keeping up with the what he would call kids and Trick Williams and Braun Breaker. They got the next up and coming talent. But Finn Balor is a well-traveled, over 15+ year veteran in this business. He believe me, he knows how to exploit a person like John Cena, a man that hasn't been in a wrestling ring besides the Royal Rumble, before the Royal Rumble, in nearly 2 years. Balor knows how to exploit that, and exploit it is what he's doing right now. He drives an elbow strike, but Cena trying to get some sort of a comeback, but just when he tries, Balor gets right back in the driver's seat. Is now Balor. Oh no, wait a minute. Balor now, we know what he's going for here. He's looking for that shotgun kick into the corner. And this might be Cena's first loss on the road to WrestleMania. Balor not leaving any stones unturned. The coup de grace to Cena. No, John just got that shoulder out. Balor can't believe it. Balor can't believe it. He's arguing with our official Rod Zapata. He's been getting argued in the face all night by these competitors. And now all of a sudden, John Cena is more dazed right now. But Balor Balor needs to get his head back into the game before Cena gets his. And now John Cena. Here comes the man that lives by hustle, loyalty, and respect by never give up, and he certainly is not giving up in this fight. You know, I'm sure he's well aware that he's a shell of his former self, but he told WWE that he is going to give them the very best that he's got in these final, if this is his final years of wrestling, whatever you may be, and Cena's doing just that by hanging Balor out to dry on the ropes. And now all of a sudden, Balor is in trouble here. Cena calling for the end. Wait a minute. Here comes John Cena. And if this looks all but too familiar, then clearly you've been watching this man for over 20 years now. You know damn well that John Cena is going to hit them shoulder tackles. He's going to hit that reverse power bomb, and normally he would hit the 5-knuckle shuffle, but I think he's trying to book his plane out of Scotland real quick here, because Cena now. Oh no, Finn Balor though. Balor with the reversal. Oh, elbow strikes right to the face. Elbow strikes to the face. Caught Cena. Lifted him up. My God, you can't take bumps like that just this close to WrestleMania. You can't take a hit like that. Can Cena? Oh my goodness, Balor almost walked away with the victory. And now John Cena having to go back to square one here as Balor has had the best of Cena, but now once again Cena. Once again Cena now. This is incredible. How the hell do you fall for it twice? Balor did. Here comes Cena. And now Balor trying to escape, but Cena's not going to allow it. Cena's not going to allow it. Oh, a strike right to the face of Finn here. Cena now. Big strike to the face of Balor. Lighting up. Balor is Cena. And now big arm drag from Cena here. Wipes out Balor. Cena's taunting his opponent here. You saw this last time that Cena was able to hit the attitude adjustment on Braun Breaker last week off the top rope for the victory. Now he advised for a superplex on Balor. Big superplex connects. Big superplex connects by Cena. Big drop kick now from Cena as well. Balor now trying to stay in the fight here, but Cena caught him off guard with a springboard stunner. Springboard stunner connects. And now, wait a minute, John Cena now with the shoulder tackles for a third time. A third time. Is a third time a charm? Balor gets dropped once again. And now Cena calling for the end here. This is vintage Cena right here. John Cena lining him up for the 5-knuckle shuffle. And now Cena going for the kill here. Balor could be in trouble. Cena went for it earlier. Balor had it scouted, but now not this time. And Cena gonna double tap for good measure here in Scotland. Balor's out. Balor's out of the first one. You don't kick out of two. Cena goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Cena with a big victory. Can he get that same victory against one of his greatest rivals in CM Punk next week? Can Cody Rhodes get the victory over Punk's rival now and Kevin Owens? And can Cena get that 17th World Championship at WrestleMania? Those questions will be answered in just a number of weeks, folks. But until then, that's all we have for you here tonight.